Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. The Igbos generally have never hidden the fact that they have connections or some sort of physical and spiritual ties with the Jews, especially Israel. In fact, they boldly make claims over what they say concerning the fact that they are the lost tribe of Israel. Some weeks back, some of the Israelis came down to Nigeria, of some of which the news went viral, and they visited the Igbo, the southeastern part. Fast forward, they were detained. Right now, they are back in Israel and they have a lot to say. Just maybe the very attention that Ipob and Igbos need have finally arrived, as these guys have decided not to shut up but to say exactly what they are feeling, and they have decided to move much more over this matter. Before we go into the news to find out what it is they're about to do or they're already doing, despite their detention when they were in Nigeria, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, Rochman, one of the 3 Israeli filmmakers arrested by the Department of State Security (DSS), says the ill treatment they suffered at the hands of the secret police shows the suffering of Igbos in Nigeria. In July, reports has it that Mr. Rochman, a Zionist activist, was arrested alongside filmmaker Naomi Liebam and French-Israeli journalist E. David Baniam over allegations that they supported the activities of the indigenous people of Biafra (Ipob). The 3 were arrested at Ogodi village in Idimili North Local Government Area of Anambra State while shooting a documentary titled "We Were Never Lost", which explores Jewish communities in African countries such as Kenya, Madagascar, Uganda, and Nigeria. They spent 20 days in detention without being charged to court by the Nigerian government. This is our Nigerian style of running things. It's actually against the international standards. So we need to actually adjust this our ways of doing things. But let's continue with the news. However, in a statement released on his official Instagram page, Rudy explained that they are set out to tell the story of the Igbo Jews before their arrest. I quote him, "We only managed to film for 2 days out of the 2 weeks planned in Igbo land." They're supposed to use 14 days. They ended up spending 20 days in detention. But let's continue. He said, "We only managed to film for 2 days out of the 2 weeks planned in Igbo land when armed militants wearing black sky marks forced us at gunpoint into a van, stripping us of our phones and our passports. We didn't see the light of day or had any form of communication with the outside world till we were released 20 days later." Foreigners. So Rudy stressed the need to reset focus on the Igbos, who have been living in the reality of the 20 days ill treatment they suffered in the hands of the Nigerian security police. Now that we are back, it's important to reset and focus on the Igbo Jews who have faced what we went through their whole lives and still live with that reality daily, he added. The Israeli further disclosed that he and his team have been blocked from subsequent visits to Nigeria, which means, technically speaking, they may be looking at doing these things on social media, gathering and garnering a lot of attention and probably support for the Igbos. Let's feel the pulse of Nigerians, because of course Nigerians have reacted. It's one thing to say these guys are just making it. It's another thing for them to have first-hand experience of being detained without any form of prosecution of any kind. 20 days in a strange land that you feel, well, they are civilized, they are a sovereign state. Oh, let's just see how it goes. And you were detained, your phone's taken, according to them. and nothing, and they were released and now blocked from entering the country. It speaks a lot of volumes, So let's feel the pulse of Nigerians. This one here is saying, this one here says, if those three Israelites that visited Igbo land were to be from another country, okay, I don't know what this was trying to say. This one here is saying, is Biafra Jewish? Well, that's a big question. I think from the little that some of us have heard Mazen Namdekano say, he said, I think Mazen Namdekano himself is a Jewish person. Okay, but I also know that there are some persons too who are also Christians, and over time too, some persons have also embraced Islam. So I don't know, but I think based on the little they have said about history, but they seem to be able to trace some part of Israel to Igbo land. I don't know how that is, but there seem to be some traces. Okay, this one here is saying, God will continue to do what he knows best. The world is aware, freedom is sure in no distant time. This one here is saying, freedom is sure, God is in control. All right, this one here is saying, freedom is sure. Okay, some write-ups are quite interesting, I must say. Okay, but let's look at this very critically. These guys came in, and when they came in, there was this book or this scroll they came in with, and a lot of persons at some point were of the opinion that as they are coming in, they are coming in to restore Biafra, even though they said it in the social media that they came in to do some sort of documentary, to show that they have, their people, their heritages, their lineages, their DNAs in some part of Igbo land that are actually Israelis. So they have noticed that too in Madagascar, they've noticed that too in Uganda, they've also noticed that too in Nigeria and Kenya. So they started, I think they started off with either Kenya or so, they now came into Nigeria. So they can have, full documentary of these countries in Africa showing that they were really never lost. They're still part and parcel of Israel. Only for them to get to Nigeria, filmed only 2 days. Out of the 2 weeks they have planned, which is about 14 days, they ended up spending 20 days in detention, which means they even stayed 3 weeks. And according to them, they were blocked from coming back to the country. And they have made up their mind that they will not stop. That little 2 days they've had, they will keep propagating that the Igbos, and the part they visited and the little they saw and documented shows that they are really not a lost tribe of Israel, and they are noticing them as Israel. And if they are noticing them as Israel, and Mazen Namdekano is agitating and they are shouting forth that they are the lost part of Israel, that means by permutation and reaction, they are actually bringing allies of Israeli alliance to the whole matter. I don't know how this will play out, but they definitely are singing, they are talking. Let's meet in that.